Now we are going to start our new exercise 1.6 that is based on exponents and powers, and you have learned this in class 8th also. So now, but the difference from 8 to 9 is that earlier you were having all these exponents as some natural numbers, but this time your exponents will be in rational numbers form, which is you can see in the first question 64, and exponent is 1 by 2. So we have some rules. A m whole is exponent is n, then it becomes a base a and exponent m into n. So now we'll use this rule to simplify this, and you know that 64 is 2 is to power 6 and this is 1 by 2. So we'll apply this law, and we see that it becomes 2 6 into 1 by 2. So if you simplify, then it can be cancelled and it becomes 2 is to power 3. So you can leave the answer in 2 is to power 3 form, or you may simplify this as 8 also. So both ways it's correct. Now come to this 32 1 by 5. Now you see that 32 is 2 is to power 5 and this is 1 by 5. So if you simplify, this 5 will get cancelled and it becomes 2. Now this is 125 1 and whole exponent is 1 by 3, and 125 can be written as 5 whole cube and this is 1 by 3. Again we apply this law, and then if you multiply 3 into 1 by 3, it becomes 5 1, because 3 and 3 will get cancelled. So this is 5 to power 1. Okay, now come to this. Again this is the same question as we have done earlier, so we have to find the solution as well. So this is 932. So this is now 9, you know, this is 3 square and this is 3 by 2. So if you simplify, this becomes 2 into 3 by 2. 2 will get cancelled, so this becomes 3 is to power 3. If number is small, you can find, otherwise you may, if this exponent is very large, you do not solve then. This is 32 2 is to power 5. 32, you see 32 is 2 is to power 5 and this is 2 by 5. So 5 will get cancelled, this becomes 2 is to power 2. So answer is 4. Now this is 16 3 by 4. 16 is 2 is to power 4 and this is 3 by 4. So this will get cancelled. So 2 4 will get cancelled. It will be 2 is to power 3 and this can be written as 2 is to power this 8. This now 125 and this exponent is minus 1 upon 3. So what we do, first we write 5 cube. 125 can be written as minus, this 125 can be written as 5 cube and this is minus 1 by 3. So 3 will get cancelled, so it becomes minus exponent 5 exponent minus 1, and that you also know the rule that it can be written as 1 upon 5. 1, whether you mention or don't mention, this rule is, I am mentioning this rule, a minus m is 1 upon am. So we have used this law. So after doing this question number 2, come to question number 3. So in question number 3, the first part, you can see 2 exponent is 2 by 3 and into 2 exponent is 1 by 5. Now we have this law which says that if bases are same, then you will add the exponents. So this way we see that exponents are same, so we'll add the bases are same, so we add the exponents. So this is 2 by 3, this is 1 by 5. So you have to take LCM then, this 2, and the LCM will be 15 and this will become then 5 to the 10 and this becomes 5 3 and so it becomes your 3. So this is your, so you can write this 2 13 upon 15. So that is the answer of your first part. This part I've taken extra because here you have to apply some different rule. I am first mentioning this rule. This is that a upon b whole is to power m is actually am upon bm. So use this, and this is 2 upon 5 square and whole exponent is 2. So you will be doing this yourself, so I'm giving you as a homework in extra questions. So come to now this 1 3 whole cube, this 3 exponent is 3 and whole exponent is 7. So we'll apply this rule. So this becomes 1 exponent 7 and 3 3 and this exponent 7. So 1 exponent, whatever number it is, it will be 1, and this will use this first rule, that if it is am and whole is exponent is n, then it becomes am into n. So we'll write this 321. So because now 321 is very large number, so live up to this only. Now come to this. This is another rule we have, this, that am upon an. If bases are same, then you can write this as am minus n. So we'll apply this rule here. This becomes 11, 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4. So after taking LCM, it will be 4. So this becomes 2 minus this 1. So it becomes 11, 3 exponent 11 exponent 3 by 4. Now we come to the last part of this question, and that is your 7 exponent 1 by 2, 8 exponent 1 by 2. Now we have another law. That law says if am and this is bm, means a exponent is m, b exponent is m, so you can multiply the bases and exponent can be taken common. So we can apply this rule here. So 7 and 8 will be multiplied and exponent will be taken common, so it becomes 56 1 by 2. So you may leave answer here only. So this way we have completed our exercise 1.6. Now we'll move to the representation of irrational numbers on the number line, and for that we need compass, scale, pencil, eraser. So just I'm preparing for that. You also can take all the materials and you can do side by side with me. Now you can see I have written this question, that show the following on the number line. So these all are the irrational numbers and we have to show them on the number line. And this is the most important type of question that always come in the exam. Now you see there are 2 to 3 methods in this first chapter, but all methods work for different irrational numbers. Like spiral method is there, which works for only for natural numbers in the square root, and there is some another method which works only for some natural numbers again. But the method which I am going to explain is it's suitable for all kinds of number, whether the decimal number is there, whether the some natural number there is there in the square root. So this method is really useful, and there is no need to do any other method. Always trust on this method for any question that comes in the exam. You can do all type of questions in the exam, and spiral method will discuss in the maths lab. So that is the separate part for the maths lab work. So we are going to do that method, which which can be performed for all type of numbers. And after that we'll discuss the way that how that method is has come and why we are using that method to find these numbers on the number line. So let's start with I am taking example of this 9.3. So side by side I'll keep writing the steps also. So first step will be, I'm writing all steps here. The first step, so I'm using my black pen for writing this. So first step is you draw a line of 9.3 centimeter. So first step is that you draw a line on 9.3 centimeter. So I'm taking a scale. So better you all do along with me. So 9.3, if it is not visible to you, then I'll use my colors. This is 9.3. I think this line is visible to all. So mark this as A and mark this point as B. So your AB, we have taken AB as 9.3. So next step is you take 1 centimeter extra into this. So this is 9.3, AB is 9.3, we'll take one more extra centimeter. So that is, now this is your one extra, and name this point as you can say this for the time being as O, or you can say as 0 also, because from here we'll start numbers from 0. So you see, after this you extend this line up to 4. So that is your up to 4, and mark 1 0 1 2. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Okay, so let's start now. After doing this, we'll draw the perpendicular bisector of AO. For the time being, I'm saying this as AO. AO. So perpendicular bisector, you know how to draw perpendicular bisector. You keep your compass at O and open more than half. You open more than half and put an arc on top side and one arc on the downside, and from A you again mark this, you cut this previous arc, and now you join these intersections of arcs. So now we are getting this point as the midpoint of AO. After getting this, so I have written that step number 2, draw perpendicular bisector of AO which cuts AO at M, say. And now you take M as the point of center and open it up to M, A. You can say up to A or O. And now you draw this semicircle. This semicircle you've drawn, and that becomes our step number 3. So we'll write that step. So now I have written that step number 3. Take M as center and AM as radius. Draw a semicircle. You can see that circle is passing through O and A. Now our next step will be, we'll draw the perpendicular at B. So perpendicular can be drawn using your D. You can use D, or you can approximately you can draw like this, but better you use D. I can draw with the help of this compass also. So now because this space is very less, so if you try to make 90-degree angle at B, then it will be difficult. So we are using D. With the help of D, we'll make angle 90-degree. So keep your this D at here, and 90 is, you see, you have to make sure that your line is just on that center point. So 90 is this point, you mark 90, and with the help of scale you may draw that 90-degree. So this perpendicular is meeting this semicircle at this point. Let's say this point is P. So our step number 4 is done up to this. Okay, now we are coming to our last step. You use the compass, you open your compass you first, but before that you see that your B is at 0, this O is at 1 unit distance, so this is BO is 1, this is 1 unit distance, so this is 1. I have written with this pencil because this was bold. So now 1, then 2, then 3. Now our number, where it will be, but wherever it will be on the number line, but you know that 9.3, if it is 9, then it is exactly 3. If it is 9.3 means more than 3. So that number on the number line will be coming at more than 3. So you basic thing you remember. Now how to show it on the number line? Actually that BP distance is your root 9.3. That BP distance is 9.3. And if I open my compass like BP, so this distance on my scale, is root 9.3. So now if this is 9.3, this is 9.3, and if I see this is my 9.3, and if I make an arc, then this will be coming somewhere at more than 3. So this is 3 and this is very just close to 3. So it means our answer is right, and that number which you can see here, that number is actually your 9.3. The approximate value will be 3.1 something like this. So now this way you have got the solution. So we will do one more example with another number, and we'll discuss the reason also why we are doing this, why this construction is there, though the why they will it will not come in the exam, but you should know that why we are doing this exercise, and why this BP is root 9.3. So we'll discuss all these. So but let's do one another example so that you can be perfect with the procedure of showing these numbers on the number line. So next example will take as root 8. So root 8 will take, and see how that root comes on the number line. Now we are going to show root 8 on the number line. So now the first step will be, now step you may note down now, because I have written in previous question. So steps I am not going to write again, I am just drawing it. First you draw AB as 8 centimeter. This is AB, this is AB, and now this you can extend A, because you need O also. So take the same number line and draw, extend it up to, like you can up to more numbers. So take this point as your O, and that will be your then 1, this will be 2, this will be 3, and this is 4. So take this number as O. If some of you have confusion from O or 0, then we can take any other number also, any other like you can say, let's take N. This we are taking as N. So first step is done. Now next is you draw perpendicular bisector of AN. So now I am going to draw perpendicular bisector of AN. And let's mark this point as the midpoint, let's say M. So as we have done earlier, so getting this M, you make it as a center and put your compass at M, and now draw semicircle which passes through N and A. So you see, now we have drawn this semicircle. Now the next step is you draw perpendicular at B. So B, you keep your compass at B, this is your point B, and you can draw, this is the point at 90 degree. So take your scale and draw this perpendicular. So now this perpendicular is meeting this circle. So let this point be P, where this perpendicular is bisect this cutting the semicircle. So that BP distance is actually your, this BP distance is your root 8. So this BP is root 8, and now we are going to plot it on the number line. Okay, so this BP is your root 8. So open this up to this B has come. Now this if you plot it on this number line, so you can see that it is very close to 3, and but it is less than 3. You can see this very clearly, and this happens because our root 8, because this root 8 is smaller than 9. If it is 9, then answer would be, answer would be exactly 3. But if it is less than 9, then answer of this will be less than 3, though it will be very small, and sometimes your this plotting of this will be coming on 3, exactly on 3. So it's not a worry, because we are using this pen and paper, so it can be like 3 or less than 3, but ideally it should be less than 3. So your this point is actually your root 8. So this is the position, and now this way you can try any of the question. You remember all the basic things, and I'll check your rest of the things that I have given you. I have written that, so you also try and show me this all these numbers: root 5, 6.3, 7.3, 4.5. You also try and show me that how you have done it. Please subscribe this channel. Those who have not subscribed, please subscribe now.